It's past midnight, and the house is too quiet. Rain taps at the windows like it's trying to warn someone inside. There's a smell in the air. Wood rot, candle wax, maybe blood. Downstairs, the guards aren't laughing tonight. No card games, no vodka on the table. Just whispers behind doors, and the sound of something heavy being dragged across the floorboards. Upstairs, they wait. The Tsar sits still, his eyes fixed on the wall, not saying a word. His wife adjusts the hem of her daughter's dress over and over again, like her hands are trying to stay busy so her mind doesn't chatter. The children are dressed, formally, like they have been summoned to court. But this isn't a court, and there will be no verdict, only a basement, only a sentence. The dog lets out a low whimper, and the youngest girl clutches her locket. And somewhere in that dim little room, lit by a dying candle, they all feel it. The shift in the air, like the house itself knows what's coming. There's a knock at the door, but no one answers it. They don't have to. They already know what it means. The guards step in without a word, faces blank, rifles in hand. Not a single salute to the man who used to rule them all. Just eyes that won't meet his. A voice tells them to come downstairs. They say it's for safety. They say the White Army is closing in, and they need to move. It's a lie, but not a new one. The Romanovs have been fed lies since the day they surrendered. So, they rise, one by one. Stiff legs, tired backs, royal dignity stripped down to something quieter, something more human. Nicholas takes Alexei in his arms. The boy can barely walk. The daughters hold each other by the hand. Their mother pulls her coat tight. It's July, but the air is cold. They walk in silence down narrow steps into a space that smells like wet stone and rusted iron. The candle light flickers on the walls like shadows are whispering secrets. And then they're in the room. 4 plain walls, no windows, no ceremony. Just a single chair placed in the center like a mockery of the throne. They stand there waiting, because that's what the last Romanovs have learned to do best. Wait. The door creaks again. Boots step in, more of them this time. Not one of them looks like they're here to protect anyone. A man pulls a paper from his coat, reads it flat, emotionless. An order from the Ural Soviet. A decision made far away by people who have never seen their faces. No trial, no defense, no mercy. Nicholas turns, maybe to ask a question, maybe to shield his family. But the words never leave his mouth. The room erupts. Gunshots thunder like a storm finally breaking. The walls flash with fire. Screams crash into stone. Smoke fills the space where air used to be. Bullets tear through the air, through cloth, through skin, through history itself. The daughters fall first, their jewels hidden in their dresses deflecting the first shots, but not the second, not the third. Alexei collapses without a sound, His mother crawls toward him. Nicholas is the last to move and the last to fall. Then, silence again. But it's not the same silence from before. It's heavier now. It's final. The floor is soaked. The smoke hangs like a ghost that refuses to leave. And in that room, under the weight of it all, an empire dies. The bodies were burned, buried in secret, the truth hidden for years under layers of silence and snow. For a long time, no one spoke of it. No shrine, no monument, just rumors. But history remembers, even when people try to forget. The Romanovs ruled for over 300 years, and in one night, with one order, it all ended. Not on a battlefield, not in a palace, but in a basement, far from the world they once owned. This isn't just about royalty or revolution, it's about how power fades, how even the mightiest bloodlines can be reduced to shadows because history doesn't care who you were, only what you left behind.